After thousands of votes and nominations from fans, clubs and members of the media for the Northern Premier League's legends over the course of the historic 50th anniversary 2017-18 season, the winner and the stars in second and third place will be named at Blackpool's Hilton Hotel after the countdown kicked off on Monday night. 10 more NPL stars of the last 5 decades in descending order from 30 to 21 were revealed on the competition's social media channels at 3 p.m. before the remaining legends are named in the final run-up to the annual party for more than 400 guests on the Fylde coast. Giant screens at the event, as well as the competition's social media channels broadcasting the celebrations live, will reveal the top 7 players live on the night, while clubs and players collect their accolades before Evo Stick League chairman Mark Harris brings the week-long countdown to a climax with the top 3 and a salute to all the legends. Launched last September, the online poll to choose the top 100 players to feature in a specially commissioned book charting the NPL's proud history since 1968 captured the public's imagination within hours of opening, with more than 2,000 players nominated and thousands of votes subsequently cast. NPL 50 Top 100 Players 30 to 21. 30 Ben Bailey. Before returning to the Pitman in July 2017 after a season with AFC Telford, the popular centre-half spent 10 years at Keys Park, playing a total of 335 times for the club after breaking into the first-team squad during the 2007-08 campaign. A key member of the Hensford side, which won promotion to the National League North in 2015, the 26-year-old started out in the club's successful youth sides. A regular winner of club and league accolades throughout his career. 29 Aaron Burns kicked off his career as a trainee with Manchester United, spending 10 years at the Premier League club before being regularly among the top scorers in the NPL and twice topping the goal-scoring charts. Now 30, the experienced striker resigned for Trafford in September 2017 after arriving from Ashton United the season before. Made his debut on the 19th of December 2015 away at Kendal Town. At the end of last season, Burns had made 66 appearances and scored 35 goals for Trafford. His former clubs include Altrincham, Royalston, Chorley, FC United of Manchester, Northwich, Victoria and Stalybridge. 28 Dan Crane joined the Pitman in the summer of 2010 before becoming the club's number 1 and playing every minute of the 2010-11 runners-up season. After agreeing a new deal for the 2011-2012 campaign, he went on to play almost every game for Hensford throughout seasons 2011-12 and 2012-13. At the end of the latter, he gained hero status. Despite conceding a 90th-minute once-in-a-lifetime halfway-line equalizer in the playoff semi-final against AFC Fylde, the keeper went on to save 2 penalties in the shootout and see the Pitman through to success in the playoff final. 27 Brian Pritchard. Conwy Borough appointed former Southport centre-half Brian Pritchard as their new first-team manager last season after he originally started the season as joint manager at Widnes. Pritchard only played a handful of games for the Sandgrounders and is best known for his long association with Witton Albion, where he stepped up from playing and into management. He guided them to promotion in his first season in charge in 2012-13 and only lost out on earning successive promotions in the playoffs in the following season. While captain at Witton, he famously drew unwanted attention from both the FA and his employers when he was sent off for apprehending a streaker. Believe it or not, it was deemed violent conduct by the senior official. To make matters worse, Pritchard is a policeman and could claim he was simply doing his duty. 26 Andy Hayward. The midfielder signed for Frickley Athletic in 1994, winning the club's Golden Boot at the first attempt to earn a move into the professional ranks in the Football League with Rotherham at the age of 24. After 120 games and 4 seasons, he went on to play for a host of clubs in non-league in the NPL. starting at Hednesford Town and followed by a brief loan spell with Doncaster Rovers. The highlights include helping Bradford Park Avenue seal the NPL's first division title in 2001, 32 goals in 53 outings for Ossett Town, and returning to Frickley's Westfield Lane in 2007, for a third spell as player-assistant manager. Ended a senior playing career lasting more than 2 decades at the end of 2017 in the Northern Counties East League as Hemsworth Miners Welfare's 46-year-old playing assistant manager. Last spotted playing for Royston Railway in Barnsley on Sundays. Also played for Barrow, Garforth Town, Ossett Town, North Ferriby United, Stalybridge Celtic and Woking. 25 Mark Thornley, known as Wolfie, the former Morecambe stopper, made more than 450 appearances for Lancaster City and is one of Lancashire's best-loved non-league goalkeepers. Thornley made his Lancaster debut at Blyth Spartans in January 1995. Retired in 2006 at the Giant but was persuaded to put the gloves back on by then-manager Tony Hesketh after a short spell as assistant manager to Lee Ashcroft at Kendal Town. Also played for Notts County and Garstang. 24 Anthony Ormerod. Ormerod turned out for a host of clubs including Barry, Carlisle, Hartlepool United, Marski, Middlesbrough, Scarborough Athletic, Spennymoor Town, Whitby Town and York. Now 38, the ex-Borough flanker is now a teacher working just a stone's throw away from where he grew up in Middlesbrough and kicked off his career by scoring on his debut in a 2-2 draw against Bradford City in the First Division on the 13th of September 1997. In total, he made 23 appearances and scored 3 times between 1996 and 2002 as the Teesside club won promotion to the Premier League before leaving to join Scarborough in 2002 for a season. 7 glorious years at Whitby Town's Turnbull Ground from 2003 were to follow as the midfielder clocked up 228 appearances for the Seasiders before switching to Spennymoor Town from 2008 to 2010 and his final senior club, Marski United. 23 Ben Seddon. As a teenager, Seddon represented Bootle Schoolboys before making his one and only appearance in the Football League for Tranmere Rovers. Now 65, the central defender finally hung up his playing boots in 1983 at South Liverpool. After leaving Tranmere and joining Southport, he went on to play for a host of clubs, and made 1 winning and 1 losing appearance for Stafford Rangers in FA Trophy finals at Wembley in 1976 and 1979 respectively. A tower of strength in the back line, he also collected a Cheshire Senior Cup Winners' Medal. At 28 years of age and after a 6-year stay at Rangers, Runcorn were still more than happy to pay a £2,000 transfer fee for his services. He's worth every penny of it and may well turn out to be the club's best buy of the season, said the club at the time of the defender, who also turned out for Formby, Macclesfield Town and Wigan Athletic. 22 Lee Trundle. One of the most famous non-league players of all time with his skills, Trundle kicked off his career with Burscough before moves into the NPL with Chorley, Stalybridge and Bamber Bridge. He then took his scoring boots into Wales and eventually into the Football League with Swansea and Leeds. Now 41, he shocked football in 2013 with his decision to sign for Marine from Preston before moving back to the Welsh League. Also played for Chester, Llanelli Town, Neathville and Preston North End. 21 Barry Stimpson. Defender Barry was an apprentice with Hartlepool United, making his debut in March 1981 in a 1-0 win at home to Stockport County. He left to join Chesterfield in the 1983-84 season but returned to Hartlepool in December 1984 after playing 28 times. On leaving Hartlepool, he played for Gateshead, Morecambe and Colne Dynamos before joining Barrow in August 1990. He then moved to Lancaster City where he was captain under manager Alan Tinsley before rejoining Barrow in February 1995. Went on to enjoy a spell at Morecambe before returning to Lancaster City in December 1995. He moved into management as number 2 to Tony Hesketh at Lancaster and Kendal Town before taking the reins at Lancaster. Now 53, he spends his weekends following Middlesbrough up and down the country. Main image courtesy of Rob Lock. Follow us at EvoStickLeague on Twitter, Facebook, www.facebook.com/EvoStickLeague.